Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. It's AshaKosh. You know, that's my name. Before I get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I make a post. Let's get into the video. Today I'll be showing you guys how I transformed my parents' old dresser. As you guys can tell, it's kind of beat up. It has a lot of nicks and like little scratches all over it, and the handles are kind of outdated. All in all, it's just not cute anymore. If you stay to the end, I'll be showing you guys how I transformed my dresser into this cleaner, modern looking, fresh, it looks like new furniture. First step you want to do is take out each drawer from the dresser so that you can have a clean base as the dresser and the drawers separate, so that you can do each one individually instead of trying to do it all together. And also, after you take out each drawer, don't forget to take out the handles, because if you're going to change out the handles, you don't need the old handles there, and it's going to be easier to paint if you don't have handles there. So I will remove it with some regular, like a screwdriver, and yeah, pretty simple. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was a long process. It took me 2 days to complete this dresser, so take your time with each step. When it comes to unscrewing the handles, yeah, it's gonna take a minute because you have to unscrew both screws. So just make sure that you have some good music playing and you're vibing out, because it's gonna take some time. I also definitely recommend having a seat, because you would rather sit down during this process on a chair than sitting on the floor. And because this process is so long, I'd rather sit and work than stand up to work anytime, any day. And voila, I'm done. I just kept it in the bag so I wouldn't have them just laying around. And this is the finishing product. As you guys can tell, it was a long process, and I'm happy that it's over, so that's why I'm dancing. The next thing we're going to be grabbing is this TSP Cleanser. You can find this in the description box below, where I have almost everything linked down below so you can purchase anything, and these are going to be affiliated links, so if you use a link, you'll be giving me money. Anyway, TSP Cleanser is to help remove the dirt, grease, grime, soot, and chalk paint. It's basically washing your wood. So you're going to clean it with the TSP, which you're going to need a mixture of 1 cup to 16 cups of water. You're going to make that in like a regular container, and then you're going to use that and wash that off first with the TSP, and then you want to get another container full of water and wash the TSP off, and then dry it with a dry cloth. So that's what I'm going to do all over my wood. And make sure you clean every part of your wood that you're going to paint and sand, to make sure that it's fresh enough and that you'll get a clean, washing. As you guys can tell, I'm doing this by sections. I'm not doing it all in one and doing like the TSP all and then the water all. It's only because I saw the video that I watched to learn how to do this. They did it in sections, so I just do it in sections. So I recommend to do it in sections. I don't know like the gist of why you need to do it in sections, but I just did it that way. The next process is sanding, and the sandpaper I'm going to use is the 120 grit. It's a medium grit of sandpaper. You don't want a too high or a too low, because when you're sanding furniture you want to get all the nicks and grits out, and if you sand too much you will sand it all the way down that you might mess up the shape of your wood and you might get dips in your wood. So, and if you sand too much you might not get all the cracks and stuff out of your wood if it has, like, bangs, spots in it. So it's best to get like a medium size, medium grit of gram sandpaper. And I'm just putting on the sandpaper on my sander, and as you guys can see I got a pack of sandpaper so that I can cut out the sizes for my sander and that I can use the individuals on some pieces later, you'll see. And right now I recommend to like cover your face with like a towel or something so that you don't inhale the sand, because it's not good for your lungs, and get to sanding. With my sander I can only use it with the like flat surfaces. You can't get the nicks and like the grooves of the wood. As you guys can see, with the sander you can only get the flat surfaces. That's what the individual sheets of papers come in handy, because when it comes to the individual grooves and stuff you have to sand. You can use the sandpaper and cut out pieces and sand it sand it personally with your hands instead of using a machine. The machine was definitely worth it, and I recommend using the machine because it made the process much faster. If I didn't have a sander and I tried to do this with my hand like the person in Home Depot tried to recommend me to do, I would be crying right now, because this was a lot of work, especially if you're sanding to like make sure it looks good. You really do need a sander. So if anybody tries to recommend that you don't need a sander, you do. And as you guys can see, all the parts that are like flat I sanded, and you see the parts that I haven't sanded or sanded yet, those are where I'm going to be using. I'm going to do it with my hands with the sandpaper. Yeah, I'm cool because I'm sanding some furniture. And now this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the grooves and the curves of your wood. It's good to use it in like your hand to sand it, because you can't get the machine to curve with the wood, so you have to do it with your hand. And it's good that, I mean, it's good that you can rip it off, because you can make it as big as you want, because with different size like curves you can't use like big full sheets of paper, so it's good that you can rip it out. So yeah, definitely recommend the full pack. Like I said, this is a long process, so if you really want your furniture to look good, be very detail oriented and make sure that you get every freaking wood piece that's showing, so that, and you sand it, because if you don't sand that off, it's going to be hard to paint over the wood and get good coats of the paint without having all of the like excessive like coats of paint, the tint, everything that the wood came with before you started to redo it. And the next step is to get tack cloth. So this cloth is so you can wipe down your furniture and get all the dust and the sand. It's really fun to do. I don't recommend getting the pack that I got. I got a 3-pack. I recommend getting like a 4 or 6-pack, because you're gonna need a lot of this, because if you're sanding the amount of sand that you need to like make this look good, you're gonna have a lot of sand left over, and 3 sheets of the cloth isn't gonna help it. You need more than that. I'm sorry, but you are. As you guys can see now, this is just the first cloth, and I'm not even halfway through with the first, like the whole body piece, and it's already dirty. So you could tell that it's not picking as much up as it was before. So yeah, you're gonna have to use a lot of this. So this is the next day, and as you guys can tell that I'm using the sand machine for the top, and then for the grooves on the side I'm going to use the individual sandpaper. Yeah, it's just what we're going to have to do, and be very detail oriented, and make sure that you're covering your mask, and do that to every drawer. Yeah, it's a lot, so you gotta do it all, a lot of repetitive stuff. And once again, after you finish sanding, you're going to have to use the taff cloth to remove all the dust from the sand, from the drawer. So the next step is painting. You want to get the Bare Premium Plus Ultra Paint and Prime in one. It's going to give you a satin gloss finish and it's in white. You're going to also need a roller and a brush for details. And I recommend getting a microfiber brush roller only because when you're rolling, if you don't have a microfiber brush, you will get lint in your paint, so it won't look as smooth. And for me, it didn't look as smooth as possible on the top, so I had to resand it after I was finished painting, doing my 3 coats, and sand the top over again and then paint it again because you could tell that the brush had picked up a lot of lint on its way when I was rolling it. So yeah, microfiber roller is the way, and I recommend getting a big roller like this one and also a small medium-sized roller. You'll see it throughout the video. It worked the best when it came to getting the clean finish that you want. The brush was you can see the brush strokes. With the roller you can't see the brush strokes, so that's why I really like using the rollers, and I like having a medium-sized roller and a big-sized roller. As you can tell, I just did my first coat of paint, and it's looking pretty nice. As I'm not gonna lie, this is coming out actually better than I expected, especially now that I use these 2 rollers right here, and then I wrapped it with plastic wrap so that it won't dry out in between coating. So I'm gonna let this dry for a couple of hours, then come back to it. But yeah, so far so good. So I just did the first coat of the paint, and I wrapped all of the stuff that I used in plastic wrap so that it wouldn't dry out. So it's about time. It's been about 2 hours. I let it dry, so I think it's time for another coat. And I realized using the brushes aren't that good, only for touch-ups and little crevices that we can't use. But I think I would do this at the last point. I wouldn't do that right now when you're just trying to build a good layer of nice coated paint. So yeah, don't do this until details, and I don't recommend it. I already can tell you now. So this is what it looks like after the second coat. Very clean, very new. It looks very fresh. I cannot lie. Excuse the dogs. Ooh, that just got on me. Did I mess it up? Nope. But yep, this is what it's looking like. And I think I'm gonna do one more coat, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna wait maybe 4 hours until I coat it again, just because I want it to be fully dry before I put this last coat on. But yeah, it looks really good. And I just finished the last coat. As you guys can tell, it looks brand new. Look at this dresser. Oh my gosh, it came out perfect. So all I have to do is let it dry, and then the finish are coming tomorrow. So add the finishes and then put the drawers back in, and then Prada will be done. This was a very, very quick process to do. I didn't think it would take me as short as the time it did. It took me about 2 days to complete, and I did take a lot of breaks. I mean, if I did it non-stop, I pretty much would have been done today, well, earlier today or even tomorrow. But I love that I didn't rush it, and I think it came out perfect. If you guys like me doing videos more like this, comment down below. But I had fun. I might be into a different lane and I didn't even know. But yeah, this is the finishing product of the paint job. All I have to do is let it dry and then put the finishers on tomorrow and put the drawers back and let this dry. We'll check on it maybe later on today, or I'll just come back tomorrow when I have the finishers to complete my project. Hi you guys. Sorry I look hurt and busted, but I just got my handles from Amazon. This is what they look like. They didn't come with any instructions. So that means I have to figure out how to do this. which is fine. I'm handy. I can do this. It looks simple enough. I feel like all I have to do is screw it on. Oh, that looks so good. Oh snap. I might be an interior I don't even know what I would call myself right now. This is cute. So they gave me 4 bulbs, and I just think it's for the length of it, and I need longer ones, so that's straight. These are the same size, I think, yeah, and those are the same size, and I think I need longer ones. I don't know, shorter ones, longer ones, we'll figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, this longer one is the one, definitely. That's how you figure out which one you need. They give you 2. I'm about to use my screwdriver and just screw them in. You guys can tell it's getting to put on very easily. I already did these 2 drawers. I'm on my 3rd one, and as you guys can tell, all you have to do is place the metal part, the handle, on the hole, put the nail in the hole, and screw it on, and that's pretty much how you do it. It's very simple, not hard to do, but yeah, that's all I'm about to do that product, you guys. How do you like it? I think it came out perfect. It looks so good. It looks brand new. I am like, I just didn't think I could do it, and it came together so beautiful. Like, I love this. This is so cute. I can't wait to put this in my new place. This is gonna be so cute, and I get to put my clothes in it, have enough space to put my clothes. I don't have to worry about that. And it's just cute. OMG, I can't get over how cute this is. All right, cool. And I can't wait to decorate the top too. Oh, yeah, this is a mood.